What I can't figure out is what the mystery machine is doing here. Talk about Harvest Host, discuss kind of what it's all about. Is the membership worth it? I think in the long run, you are still saving way more money using Harvest Host and staying at these amazing locations.
Yes.
I'd rather drop $60 at a winery free than $65 in a gravel lot off the interstate.
Move a little closer without letting him see. My hands are shaking from the urge of being with him. I act a little dumber when I try to get
Comment down below. We want to know if you use Harvest Host, if you love it.
So I'm starting to learn that I'm gonna have to kind of clean this windshield pretty much after every travel day.
wanna run through his hair, but don't stare.
Yeah, if you're acting up out there, not doing what you're supposed to, listen, they're gonna call you out for it, and you may not be able to book it into the Harvest House. So
A little crazy to believe that I could wake up with him by my side. I know I could get his attention if I worked it all out, and we got
hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Why Wait. I'm Chris.
I'm Megan.
And
I'm Corbin. That's Corbin.
Corbin. So we are actually walking around the beautiful grounds of Arcadia Farms here in Kentucky.
Stanford, Kentucky.
Yes. And it is a Harvest Host location. And we thought it was a good time to maybe talk about Harvest Host, discuss kind of what it's all about, and is the membership worth it? And I thought, our viewers would appreciate that because we've heard a lot of mixed reviews on it, and we kind of wanted to give our opinion on it and what we think about it, and some of the pros and cons, and just kind of lay it all out there. So I'm sure a lot of you out there already know about Harvest Host. You've either probably had a membership in the past or probably heard somebody who's had it. It's pretty popular, and for a good reason, I think. But I want to go ahead and break it down and just let you guys know how it works before we kind of get into some other things about it. So, how does it work?
Okay, so Harvest Host has an app, and you can go to the app. There are tons of wineries,
Breweries, golf
farms, golf courses,
churches, just people's property.
Yeah, and when you're looking on the app, you can look by your route, or just kind of explore the map and look around and see, where you might be wanting to go, I guess.
Yeah, where you want to stay, get off the road. It's pretty cool. You sign up for, I believe, a year membership. I think the price right now is right at about $100.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, I don't want to quote me on that because depending on when you're watching this, and they may change prices. So, but I believe that's what we've paid. Now, we had a Harvest Host membership in the past. We really enjoyed it. After the year, we canceled it because we were going to be a little bit stationary. So, which is cool. We didn't want to keep paying for it because we just knew we weren't going to use it. We knew we were going to be off the road for about a year, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we had an inkling.
Yeah. So, but now that we are back on the road, it was one of the first things that we wanted to sign back up for and start using again. So the deal is, after you pay your membership fees, that's pretty much it. You can stay at any one of the, I think, over 9,000 locations now
A ton.
for free, and you don't have to pay anything. And it's usually good for about a night. Some places now even offer extended stays, which is something new. So now a lot of times you can stay 2, 3, 4 nights, depending on the location, which is really cool. Because I think in the past that wasn't so much an option. And another great thing about Harvest Host is hookups. A lot of them are having hookups now.
Yes. Water or electric, sometimes both. Or just the whole shebang. It's almost like staying in a campground for one.
Yeah, it just depends on the location. Again, some have 50 amp, 30 amp, maybe just basic hookups. Some offer water. There's usually sometimes an extra fee associated with that, and sometimes there's not. So all of them just really, really vary. But the cool thing is that usually most of them that we have stayed at, even if you opt to have hookups, if they offer them, it's like an extra $20. So sometimes if you're like, you know what, it's really hot, I could use hookups tonight, wouldn't mind running 2 ACs or something like that, it's sort of worth the money. So, and water too. Sometimes we come in with a fresh gallon tank, extra $5 for water. Okay, we need to fill up, let's do it. So it's kind of a cool option that I feel like more and more places are now offering.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's cool about it is you save money because so many of these like RV campgrounds are like right off the interstate. You go there, you pull in at like 4 or 5 o'clock, and they're like $60 minimum.
Yeah.
And it's a gravel lot. You're right on top of the next camper, and all you want to do is kind of just get off the road and just, you know, kind of go to sleep.
And
there's really nothing to do a lot of
they're not
times.
very unique.
No, there's nothing. No,
I mean,
and if
some of them are,
if they are unique, you're usually going to pay for it. But then you can't enjoy the amenities because you're just like checking out the next day. So for us, we usually get up and hit the road pretty early, and we love to get to the Harvest Host. So as you can see, in these beautiful locations, I mean, this is like a 700-acre farm. We pull in around 1 or 2 o'clock, and we have something to do. Whether it's a beautiful farm, historic mansions to tour. We've done museums. We love the wineries. Really, it's just some beautiful locations, and it just kind of gives you something, you know, to do after a long day on the road without having to even like really leave your location. There's nothing better than going to a winery and not having to drive home. So now most Harvest Hosts, when you get to them, you are kind of expected to spend about $20 to $30. $30 is kind of, I guess I would say you have to. It's not like you have to.
No, but
it's expected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's expected.
It's kind of the nice thing to do. You're staying on people's property. You're coming there.
Yeah.
You're
opening up their business or
home sometimes.
to you.
Yeah. So if it's a nice farm and they're selling honey or fresh berries or they're giving tours, you know,
you will not have a problem, I would think, you know, when they're offering things like that, you know, spending that money there or donating. On some of them are
sometimes it's
run
donations.
on donations.
Yeah, so some of the maybe the con is some people have been like, well, you're paying for it one way or another. It's not free. It's not free. And yeah, but when we get to a campground, we're probably going to go out and do something anyways. We're probably going to go out and find something to do, something to eat, somewhere to go. So I feel like no matter what, that evening, a lot of times we're going to spend a little bit of money on something. So I'd rather like support small businesses and do something like that. And most of these places are something we would enjoy doing anyways, that we would actually seek out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think in the long run, you are still saving way more money using Harvest Host and staying at these amazing locations. And yes, a lot of times we do drop more than $30, and that's okay. But
Yes.
I'd rather drop $60 at a winery, enjoy an amazing vineyard and view, or a brewery than $65 in a gravel lot off the interstate.
Yep.
You know, so that's just how we feel about it.
Yep, and you also, for me, I love the peacefulness usually of where we're at. We don't have any neighbors. Maybe another guest or two.
Yeah,
but we haven't run into that very much.
And one of the cool things is the connections you'll make with the host a lot of times.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times we've gone to these locations and we just end up sitting down with the host and just having some amazing conversations and almost like making new friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't seem to find in the overnight campgrounds.
No, not at all.
No, yeah, so. And when I say overnight, don't forget that most of these Harvest Hosts, again, they will offer extended stays. Usually if you just ask, sometimes it's free, sometimes it may be, again, like $20 if you want like another night or something like that. So earlier, Megan had mentioned the app. What's cool about the app is you don't really have to plan these out ahead of time either. Most of the time, if you're on the road, you're ready to pull over, you're ready to get off, maybe for the evening, you're thinking truck stop, you're thinking rest area, Cracker Barrel, Walmart.
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing is you can go right to Harvest Host's app. You can pull up a location where you're at, like you said. You can see what's around you, and you can usually request right then and there while you're on the road to stay there that night, and they get back to you right away.
Yeah, there are some that are just unable to accommodate
Sure.
same-day reservations, but that's not, we haven't found that to be too many.
No. So that's another neat thing. It's like, if I'm going to pull in somewhere for the night, for the evening, you know, do I want to be in a loud, noisy truck stop? Seems a little sketchy sometimes.
Yeah.
Or do we want to, again, find an amazing location like this and just enjoy a quiet, peaceful evening, set up our chairs, walk around. So,
I mean, campgrounds don't usually have this view.
no, it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this isn't like it's one in a million. I don't know. so many of the harvest hosts that we go to, if it's not an amazing view or amazing vineyard, it's usually a pretty neat experience. Yeah, again, museum, brewery, something. So, yeah, definitely can't complain about them.
I'm just gonna say, one of them in a recent stay we went to, probably my fave. They brought us breakfast right to our camper.
Yeah.
And fresh eggs that they had just gathered.
Yeah, that was called, a big shout out to Sedona Farms in Indiana. Robin and Daniel.
Yes.
It was really cool. I mean, you can go through and kind of pick out what if you want like lunch or dinner or breakfast. And 7:30 in the morning, if you're ready, they knock on the door. They bring it right to the RV. It was amazing. It tasted great. We just couldn't beat that.
And they even had, what was it, like a fruit cobbler that they were going to bake. They bake it. You just got to give them 2 hours notice, and they'll bake it. I mean, it'll still be warm when it comes. I mean,
and they were great to talk to. Super nice people. And that, again, that's just kind of the experience that you get with Harvest Host.
Yeah.
And just for us, we really love that kind of stuff.
And I think that we're really going to be using the heck out of it.
Yeah.
Over this next year. Something else we wanted to mention was usually after you book a stay, the host will reach out to you and let you know, maybe special directions to get there, or a code for a gate, or just some kind of special instructions.
Yeah, they usually help you out to guide you in, like, hey, don't use this road, go this way. It's a lot easier to get in. When you come in, park here, come in this way. So it's, ahead of time, you have a good notification on how the whole kind of system works for each one, which really helps out.
Yeah. And a lot of times they just request that the day of your arrival, you just kind of send them a message and let them know what time you're going to be there. And a lot of times they'll be waiting to greet you.
And with the app, the other thing that we really like is, while you have access to, once you book it, there are phone numbers and emails to communicate really easy. It's also really cool to go check out the reviews. Everybody usually leaves a review and photos, and they help you tell you, like, hey, if you got this big of a rig, I recommend coming in this way. And the reviews will be like, just a heads up, the parking is gravel or it's grass.
Or pay attention to the special instructions. Definitely listen to what the owners tell you to do to get there. And
all the reviews give you all the helpful tips, like, hey, drink this wine, get this food.
Yes.
Yeah, this
try
was
the
amazing.
Blackberry jam or whatever.
Yeah, so
that's helpful.
Definitely.
I will say something. This might be a little known piece of info. The hosts also have the ability to review you.
Yep.
And
that's always fun to give you feedback like that, so
it's you mostly hear good things, but there could be some,
if you're acting up out there, not doing what you're supposed to, listen, they're going to call you out for it, and you may not be able to book it at another Harvest Host. So that's kind of like,
be on your best behavior.
That's kind of like an Uber thing, right? Where you can rate the Uber driver and they can rate you.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Give them a high rating, so they give you a high rating.
Yeah, so we got up extra early this morning, and we just pulled out of that amazing Harvest Host. Beautiful sunrise at that location. Again, the Harvest Host was super cool. There's really not usually a crazy checkout time with those as well, which is nice. A lot of times they will tell you to take your time, stay as long as you want. There's no rush. So sometimes you don't get that feeling like you get with RV resorts and campgrounds of deadlines and checkout times as well. So we kind of like that. But again, that one was Arcadia Farms, but there's so many amazing ones across the country. And if you guys are interested in checking out a membership for yourself, we do have a code that you can use, YWAIT20, and that'll save you 20% on your membership when you go to sign up. So definitely go check that out. We highly recommend it. It's something we didn't always use when we first started full-time RVing, but over the past few years, we've really grown to love them and been using them a lot more.
By the way, comment down below. We want to know if you use Harvest Host, if you love it, if you don't. Just let us know.
Yeah, be curious to hear from you guys. Pros, cons, what you think. Have you been using it? Are you curious about it? So always love hearing from you guys.
Anyway, I guess that's about it, guys. We really appreciate you watching, and hopefully we'll see you down the road.
Sure. Catch you next week.